Bible, so-called UFOs. That's one thing that we have to get away from, using the term UFO, because UFO is very general. We need to call it like it is. They're spaceships, alien spacecraft. The government calls them spaceships. NASA calls them alien spaceships. I'm moving on now to just a very interesting book. It's called The Other Bible. And as you can see, it has the Gnostic Gospels, Dead Sea Scrolls, the Kabbalah, the Christian Apocrypha. Now what these were, if we take our Bible, those of you Christians out there who think that you're reading the Bible, you're not reading the Bible. You're reading an edited version of what the Bible should be. The Bible shouldn't be this thick. It should be that thick. This is how much stuff that the Europeans left out of your Bible. And they left it out for a good reason. There's a lot of esoteric and secret knowledge in here that they don't want you to know, to keep you from the truth. That God, that you know of, really doesn't have God-like powers at all. He uses vehicles. He uses so-called angels or celestial beings to do his bidding. This is unusual for an omnipotent God who has all power. Just quickly from some of the Hebrew writings. It's not broken down in books or chapters very much. This is called the Haggadah. And there's a verse here that says, talking about when Adam disappointed God. It says that when Adam was seduced, the beings in the air wept. And it says that all created beings and things up to the throne of God, the very angels and celestial beings, were grieved by the transgression of Adam. Again, the angels and the celestial beings. Who are these celestial beings? Who are they? That just doesn't make any sense. And I see why they left it out, because people like me will probably be asking those bishops and popes back then, who are these celestial beings? This is also very awesome. This is called the Book of Seth. It's a Gnostic gospel. Now Seth, according to the Gnostics, was an identity that Jesus Christ took after he came back from his resurrection. He, according to the Gnostics, he was never killed. He just kind of went under, I guess nowadays you would call it the witness protection program. And when it was safe, he came back, but he had a different identity. He changed his name to Seth. This is so awesome here. Now, according to the treatise of Seth, or the Great Seth, it says, now this is according to the Gnostics, Seth, formerly known as Jesus Christ. This is him talking right now. I visited a bodily dwelling. I cast out the one who was in it first, and I went in. Sounds a little bit like the starseed theory where, I was a stillborn child. I was resuscitated, and there are many researchers who believe that people like myself are inhabited or have a symbiotic relationship with alien beings. Okay. Now, this says, I visited a bodily dwelling. I cast out the one who was in it first, and I went in. And the whole multitude of the archons became troubled, and all the matter of the archons, as well as all begotten powers of the earth, was shaken when it saw the likeness of the image, since it was mixed. Sounds a little bit like a hybrid. He's saying that these people, when they saw this happen, were troubled because this person was mixed with something. And I am the one who was in it, not resembling him who was in it first. For he was an earthly man, but I am from above the heavens. I did not refuse them, even to become Christ, but I did not reveal myself to them in love, which was coming forth from me. What that means is he chose to have the body of a man so that people would be comfortable and he could express love. Now listen to this. Now I reveal that I am a stranger to the regions below. That is just incredible. That is incredible right there. I mean, what it's saying, now we don't know exactly who wrote this. We don't even know if Jesus Christ is saying these words, but it would make sense that the powers that be long ago would leave this type of stuff out. I revealed that I am a stranger to the regions below. That is self-explanatory. He showed his true form, and it upset the people because they didn't. The reason why Jesus was executed is because he said he was the Son of God, that he was not of the earth. Now he was executed because people didn't want to believe that. So he came back and showed his true form. And when he showed his true form, that let people know that he really is not from the earth. He's from up there. There's just so much in here. I can't even read all of this. I encourage everyone to check out that book, The Other Bible. It's by Willis Barnstone, I believe is the editor of this book. And quickly to go over some other things. Right here, this is part of the book of John. We have John in the King James Version, but this is much more stuff that was left out, unfortunately. It talks about Christ's earthly appearance. And my brother said this to me, John, what does he want this child on the shore who called us? And I said, which child? And he answered me, the one who is beckoning to us. And I said, this is because of the long watch we have kept at sea. You're not seeing straight, Brother James. Do you not see the man standing there who is handsome, fair, and cheerful looking? But he said to me, I do not see that man, my brother. Jesus was able to, not necessarily transform, but he was able to project different images. And we see today from many UFO abduction accounts that these extraterrestrials are able to look any way they want. They can project any type of image they want on a particular person. James here, who according to the King James Version was a relative of Jesus, even he was confused. He saw a child. John saw a man. That's very bizarre. And it says here, again, this is John talking. I never saw his eyes closing, but always open. But he sometimes appeared to me as a small man with no good looks, and then again as looking up to the sky. What in the world does that mean? Again, he's talking about Jesus morphing into something else, someone else. And according to John, he said he had no good looks. And he makes he makes comments about his eyes. What do we hear today in extraterrestrial studies? The first thing that an abductee or contactee mentions is the eyes, big black eyes. Their eyes were seeing right through me. This guy's saying the same thing 2,000 years ago about Jesus Christ. I never saw his eyes closing, but always open. And he sometimes appeared to me as a small man with no good looks. Could it be? Was Jesus Christ a gray alien? I don't know. And there's so much more, but I can't read all of this. Enoch. Unfortunately, again, the Romans took the book of Enoch. They left it out of the King James Version, or what became the King James Version. And the prophet Enoch is a prophet who speaks